Hey, how you all doing? We'll give everybody a second to jump in here. I'm still getting used to the whole timing of this Periscope thing. I forget that when you click and it says going live, it means going live right then. I think it would be when I can see the advantage of having somebody to hold the thing for you. The phone for you, so that way you have the time that you can kind of get prepared and ready to go, and you're not caught with the proverbial, this is what I'll usually do. Is it on? Is it going? Is it what's it doing? So anyways, how's everybody doing? Happy Friday or Saturday, wherever you are in the world. Thank you. And what I wanted to chat with you all about today is just some gratitude. And I thought it'd be kind of cool. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I'm grateful for them. What I thought it'd be kind of cool is maybe I could talk for a few minutes, and then we could spend a few moments chatting about the things that we're all grateful for. You guys could call them out. I could restate them and such. And thanks for the hearts, everybody jumping on. And I thought it'd be really cool, because here's the thing. There are literally probably 1 bazillion things that we could all, and bazillion is actually a technical term that you could find in most dictionaries, well, at least in my dictionary. And there's probably literally 1 bazillion things that we could all focus on at any given moment of any given day, right? If you turn on the news, if you read the news or anything like that, they make it very easy for you to focus on all the doom and gloom and horrible, awful stuff out there. It seems like at any given moment the sky could be falling, the world could be ending, or some horrible, nasty stuff's going to happen. The thing is that what we choose to focus on is what's going to determine how we live, the quality of our life, the quality of our emotions, everything else, right? And unfortunately, we're not taught that in school. There's all this time for reading, writing, arithmetic, and there's not enough time to talk about what's going to make up the scope of our life, how we think and feel, how that's going to influence things, how that's going to alter our day-to-day life, how those things are going to influence our relationships, right? I've always thought, gosh, I'm fortunate enough in a position now in life where I get asked to come and speak at local schools. I get to go speak at the local high schools, and one of the things I really stress to students there is just how important it is to really apply and learn early on life skills, the life skills that you're not necessarily taught in the classroom, because those are the ones that you're going to use more often than anything else. And one of the most important life skills that we could practice, you guys, is gratitude. Because here's the thing, while there's a bazillion things that we could be focusing on, there is a bazillion of those things could be things that we're grateful for. Okay, and usually it's 1 or 2 things that we're upset about, and we allow those 1 or 2 things to start to encompass our whole entire day, right? They make up the sum of the day. But if we were to really get really real, and the irony of this is too, the deeper irony of it all, is the things that we usually take the most for granted are the things that when push came to shove, we would be the most grateful to have when we don't have them. So here's the thing. How many of us spend daily gratitude time every day when we're stressed, or when there's a bill that's late, or when our boss said something mean to us, or our husband or our wife wasn't nice? How many of us ever contrast that with how grateful we are that we can breathe? Right? How many do? How many of us ever just stop and give daily gratitude for the fact that we can breathe? Think about that. Yet, if all of a sudden you couldn't breathe, would you be desperate for that? Would you be desperate for that? How about the fact that you can see? That you can see me on here, that you can see each other, you can see what you're writing, I can see the hearts that you guys are pushing in. Do you when you're having a tough day, when things are a little off, when there's that person who's late, do you ever stop and say, gosh, I'm so grateful that I can see? This happened, and I'm so grateful I can see right now. I have eyes to see this. I have eyes to experience this with. Do you start every day? Do you spend time every day being grateful for this fact you can see, or that you can hear? That you guys can hear me now. We're on this deal right now. This technology, this Periscope thing. We're on this Periscope thing that literally, we're spread out all over the world. We're thousands of miles apart. We are on different continents, separated by oceans and stuff, and we can sit here and we can hang out and talk with each other. We can communicate with each other and you guys can hear what I say. So when you have things that happen in life, when things are challenging, when it's one of those days, or it seems to be one of those days, do you ever stop and give just thanks, be grateful for the fact that you can hear? Or that you have taste buds to taste with, or you have clothes to put over your body, or that you have a phone or an internet connection, or whatever it is that you're on right now, that you're able to do this with. You see, there are literally, you guys, bazillions and bazillions of things that we can be grateful for. And I promise you this, if you got really, 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 really literal with it, and all the things that go into just keeping you alive, the most basic thing that, if you were to take everything away and suddenly somebody came up with a gun to your head and said, are you grateful to be alive? If not, I'm going to pull the fucking trigger. You'd probably say yes, and you could probably start coming up with reasons why. If you started every day listing all those reasons why, the breath in your lungs, the eyes that you can see with, the blood that pumps through your body, right? The oxygen inside of you, the cells that repair themselves, the antibodies that go through and break down any sort of bad bacteria. If you were grateful just daily for all those things that just go into keeping you alive and make you you, I bet you it would more than outweigh the 1 or 2 or maybe 5, quote unquote problems we have in life. See, problems become so problematic because the real problem is not with problems, it's how we refuse to contrast them against everything. We allow these problems to paint the canvas of our life, and they become the sole representation of who we are and what we're experiencing, nothing could be further from the truth, right? None of us want to lie, for the most part. Yet we lie to ourselves all the time when we say that we make our problems become this all-encompassing things, and we forget the most important stuff. If that gun was to your head, would you really be focused on your problems right then? No, you probably wouldn't. You'd probably be more focused on the things that really mattered most, about the family you'd be leaving behind, about the life you wouldn't be able to do, about how you would never, ever get to taste chocolate again, or something, something to that effect, right? You would probably, if somebody had the gun to your head and said, hey, here's the deal. Could you be grateful for the bills you have to pay if it means you get to live? And you could probably say, yeah. Oh, yeah, I could be so grateful for bills. I could be so grateful for bills because that means that I've had the opportunity to go and experience and do things. The bills mean I'm able to have electricity. I'm able to have running water in my house. I'm able to have electricity that powers my internet. I'm able to have TV to watch whatever I watch. That's what bills mean. You have bills. When I had my student loans and I was paying those off, I was so grateful for them because it meant that I had the opportunity to go to a college, to go to university. I was so grateful for it. If I didn't have it, that would have meant likely that I didn't have that opportunity. When I had a car payment, I was so grateful for that payment because while it could have been financially challenging at times, more than anything, it meant that I was now going to have transportation to get from point A to point B. Oh, thank you for all the hearts, everybody. It meant that if something were to happen, if I had a friend or a family member, and matter of fact, this did happen to me. When I got the phone call that my dad died, I was able to jump in my car and make the drive. And I was so grateful I had a car payment because it meant that I had a car and it enabled me to get up and go and be with my mom right after my dad died. Now, if I didn't have that car payment bill, if I didn't have that bill at that time, that meant I would have probably not had a car. And it would have prohibited me likely from doing what I was able to do at that time. You see, there's always two sides to the gratitude coin. It's just going to be if you decide to look at it. A lot of times we choose to not be grateful because it keeps us in this victim mode. It keeps us held back. It keeps us in a place. And we become grateful for that. Right? Think about that. We become grateful for that. We become grateful that we're held back. We become grateful for that which holds us back. Now, if we were to flip the side and look at all the things in life that we have to be grateful for, even the friggin' bills. Gosh, when food goes rotten in the fridge, you could be grateful for the fact that you were able to put food in the fridge and you had a refrigerator to put food into. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. You see, almost nearly anything in life that you have a negative perception of, or it seems to be problematic or a challenge, I promise you, if you looked for it, there is something that you could be grateful to around that problem. It's just, and there's where the real problem lies, is the problem is not the problem, it's the problem is how you perceive the problem. And that's the real problem. Because you're choosing to look at the worst part of the problem as opposed to the good stuff. Bills are not the problem. The problem is you're not being appreciative for where those bills came from. You're not being appreciative for where those bills came from. And we're taught, unfortunately, in our society that it's such a bad thing. It's such a bad thing. Why? Why does it have to be bad? Does it really have to be bad? Does it? I mean, my car payment, was it a pain in the ass at times? Yeah. Would it make me financially have to squiggle and squirm around a little bit? Absolutely. Did I have to have a tighter budget? You bet. And I'm so grateful for that because of all that my car has been able to allow me to do. The road trips I've been able to have, the friends I've been able to visit, the experiences I've been able to have. I would not have been able to have and do those things had I not had the car payment bills. Right? So I could have focused on the bill and the inconvenience of it, the stress and strain or whatever it was put me under. But in doing so, then I would negate all the wonderful things that having a car provides me. The simple freedom that it provided me with going to the store. It takes me 5-7 minutes to get to a store in my car. Now, if I were to have to make that walk to go to the store, not only would I not be able to carry the amount back I can, and I shop at Costco. So, actually, let me back up. It takes me about 15 minutes to get to Costco. That's where I do bulk of my shopping. If I were to walk that, it would likely take me 6 hours each way. 6 hours each way. And would I be able to carry it all back like I can if I have it in my car? Not at all. So I would have to probably go at least 4 or 5 trips to Costco at 6 hours apiece each way, so 12. So it had taken me 48, 50 some hours to do the same amount of shopping at Costco, which just in transportation, that it takes me 30 minutes. Now in those 50 some hours, if I were to use them to earn income, does suddenly my car payment, my car bill seem more worthwhile? All of a sudden it goes from being a bill or an inconvenience to being a perspective and an investment. And you guys, that's so, so powerful and it's so important. And this is why gratitude is so important and it's such a gift. It is such a gift because there is a bazillion things that you can focus on and all of them you can find something that you could be grateful for with each of them. And if you focus on that, it will radically change your life. Radically change your life. Radically change your life. Right? I can remember being in school, and this is something I share with students. I can remember being in school and being so frustrated if the teacher changed policies, from one section to another, or the way the test was lined up. Now I teach students to be so grateful that they have a teacher. Grateful they have somebody who is there to help them learn. And grateful they have the opportunity to take tests. They have the opportunity to test their aptitude. Doesn't mean they have to like or care about what's on the test, but they can be grateful for it, and suddenly it's not that horrible, awful test. It's not that horrible, awful test. You guys, you know what? 2 days ago, or was it 3 days ago? 3 days ago, I got a speeding ticket, and it was in a residential area. The cop said I was going 35. When I looked down at my speedometer, right when I saw them pull me over, I was going about 30, or 25. And at first, I had my moment. It was like, and started to have those things and thinking about the inconvenience and whatnot. Then I stopped, took a deep breath, and then I started reminding myself to be grateful. Whether I was at 2 miles or 5 or 8 miles over the speed limit, I was still speeding. And I was speeding because I wasn't paying as much attention. And I'm grateful that I got to pull over and I got the reminder now. And while it may be undesirable and I might have to spend some money I don't want to spend, gosh, how much cheaper is that than going too fast and not seeing the car come out and having an accident? Or seeing the little kid that's playing in the street and not seeing them until the last minute and swerving to avoid them, or worse, hitting them. Right? What a powerful reminder that was, and I was so grateful for the reminder, and to be able to have the reminder as inexpensive as it was for a piece of paper and a ticket, as opposed to learning it the hard way and having it become an accident. That's the power of gratitude, because it frees you from the other stuff. I could have held on to that and taken it. I mean, how many of us have had a day where we got a speeding ticket or a traffic infraction and became the mantra for why my day is awful? Right? Most of us have probably experienced it at one point. I could have done that, and people would have probably said, you're justified in it. I would be friggin' pissed too. Instead, what I did is I chose to laugh at it. I chose to laugh at it, and I chose to express gratitude for it. And 5-10 minutes after it happened and I got done telling the story a few times, everybody was laughing at it. My friends who I told it to were laughing about it. My clients who I told it to were laughing about it. And now I'm able to smile about it and be grateful for it still, because the other reality of it is that the money it costs me now could save me thousands and thousands and tens of thousands down the road if something bad happened. Not only that, but my gosh, I can't even imagine the pain and the emotional burden it would have been with me if I would have hurt somebody or damaged somebody's property. That's invaluable. That's priceless. So it makes it really easy for me to be grateful for that ticket and to be grateful for the cop who was doing his job. So you guys, I hope you're getting a sense of just how powerful gratitude can be, and how when we choose to apply it, what a difference it can make. If you think first, gratitude first, gosh, it's going to help you put so many things in your life in perspective. Just like I'm grateful for those of you who are hitting the heart button. So my question to you all is this, and I would love for you guys to do this, and then I'll just kind of restate it out loud, and we can go from there and we can see how many things we can come up with right now. What are some things in your life, when you think about them right now, that you're grateful for? It could be your kids, it could be your family, it could be your house, the roof over your head, it could be the technology you have. What are some things that you have in your life right now that you're grateful for? What is at least one thing that you're grateful for right now? I would love for you to share it. So please go ahead and comment it, type it in, and I will read them back. And you guys don't leave me hanging. Family. There we go. Family. First one, family. What else are you guys grateful for? My dog. Me. Oh, thank you. My daughter. Awesome. What else are you guys grateful for? Keep them coming. As many as you can. My son. My job. Awesome. And I love the exclamation points afterwards. Put some emphasis on it. What else are you guys grateful for? The heart surgeon that saved my daughter Ava's life. How powerful is that? Awesome gratitude. And you could probably bring that down even more if you wanted to and talk about the instrumentation, the education the surgeon had, right? The hospital staff that looked after him, all those things. Another year of my life, my birthday was yesterday. Happy belated birthday. That's awesome. Family, daughter, dog, my friend. Awesome. Keep it coming, guys. What else are you grateful for? Get even more specific. My family, my health. Go dig deeper, too. Dig deeper. What about the clothes on your body, the air in your lungs, the ability to see, the fingers you have to type, being able to see the sunrise every day? Awesome. What else are you grateful for? Keep digging. Keep digging. I promise you there is a bazillion. For some reason, I'm really on that number today. There's a bazillion things. My health, good. Keep going. What else are you grateful for? Go, stretch, stretch, stretch. What else? What about, is anybody grateful for the skin they have on their fingers? The ability to see the positive every moment. Absolutely. The freedom of choice. My job. My smile. What else? What about friends, family? What about the fact that there's people out there who are inventing things like this that we can communicate? The shoes that you have on your feet, the sensations that you can get, the feeling you can get in your fingers and your toes. Having positive people. Absolutely. What else are you grateful for? What else? To remind me when I forget, how about being grateful for the fact that you have a mind that allows you to remember and that can sometimes forget? My daughter, my life experiences. Awesome. What else are you guys grateful for? Keep them coming. Rapid fire. As many as you can, as fast as you can. And this is not just for me. This isn't to appease me, you guys. This is for you because I want you all to see just how much there is. There you go, my brain. Simple things in life. Name a couple simple things. What are you grateful for? I want you guys to try to do this because I just want you to see how much there is. If you start just digging more and you can find so much to be grateful for, you guys, it will free you from so much in your life. Just a simple act of gratitude. Books, awesome. The weekend, fantastic. New lease on life, fantastic. Motivation, I'm super grateful for motivation. Memories, I'm very grateful for memories too. What else? Being able to laugh. Oh my gosh, that's one of my things that I'm consistently most grateful for is my sense of humor. I am able to enjoy so many things because of that. My weight loss, the kids I teach. Awesome, awesome. What else are you guys grateful for? Just let them go. Learning. What else? What else? So you guys, what I encourage you all to do is many opportunities to grow as an individual. Love, great ones. Individual. Oops, I double spoke. I encourage you guys all being able to make friends easy. I encourage you guys all to take time today to just think about what it is to be grateful for. I put that gratitude post every week on the 1,000 Challenge page, and I'm going to put one up on Instagram right after this, because I want, if I could give you guys a gift, it would just be the gift of being able to keep things in perspective and to remind you to be grateful for. Remind you that there's always things to be grateful for, and those 2 or 3 things that make up a challenging day or a negative thought or whatever it is, in the context, the greater scheme, the greater context of things, electricity, H2O, my 5 senses, now you're getting there, getting more and more specific opportunities. The context of life, those things start to become smaller and smaller. The bills that we get stressed out about, I guarantee you, if you put the gun to your head and the person asks, could you become grateful for the bills you have, if it means you get to live? And if getting to live means you guys get to experience more of those things you're grateful for, your family, your friends, your dogs, yeah, you could probably figure it out really quick. You probably figure it out really, really quick. So I encourage you all to write down 5, 10, 50 things that you're grateful for right after this. Talk to, send a text message, an email, call a friend, a family member who you're grateful for, and just let them know. Do it to 20 different people. Tell them one thing that you're grateful for and just start spreading the gratitude around. You never know how far it'll reach. You can hop over to Instagram right after this and comment. Oh, thank you for all the hearts. You can comment on the gratitude post I'm going to put up and just put on there why you're grateful for something. Tag a friend who you want to share the gratitude for. Tag a friend that you're grateful for. Gratitude is going to start with you. And the more you practice gratitude, it's a habit, it's a skill. And the more you practice it, just like with anything, the better you'll get. So I hope this has been of value to you all. Thank you everybody for spending some of your time with me today. Thank you for all those who have clicked the little heart button so much, and that just helps us get more people to hang out over here with us. I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me. And if this video is of value to you, I'll throw it up on YouTube. Please share it with your friends and family members. It helps me to get my message out. It helps your friends and family members, the people you care about, to maybe learn something and to maybe grow as a person. And lastly, you guys find those things that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. I'm grateful for the time you spend the day. And I'm so grateful for your ongoing support. I know there's millions of people out there that you could be spending your time with and that are all competing for your time and energy and attention. And I'm super grateful that you guys choose to spend some of it with me. It definitely means a lot. So have an awesome rest of your day. Fantastic weekend. Again, thank you for the hearts. You can keep clicking as long as you want. I don't mind. I love seeing all the hearts pop up. And hop over to Instagram when this is done. Put your gratitude post up there. And we will do this again soon. I look forward to it, and I'm really enjoying this Periscope. I think I'm getting better at it too. I just got to figure out how to get the steadiness and the prompts done. Okay, everybody, take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.